she was planned pregnancy, and I started feeling sick, so I did a pregnancy test and it came back positive. We were over the moon. It was alright, morning sickness, and then I started getting low on iron, so I had to have an iron drip, and then that was it. She was on time. She was on due date. Everybody was still outside house waiting for us. Big congratulations, everyone there. Brilliant. The look on Devon's face were amazing. She's just like gobsmacked. She couldn't believe it. Yeah, she used to be a frog. She used to lay in her belly and lift herself up and ribbit like a frog, and that's why she got her name, Frogger. On the morning of Katelyn's death, I woke up to find her crying, like a distant cry, and I thought she was like, Jodie, cut off. It was like a distant cry, as if she were inside wardrobe or something like that. So I got out of bed and went to the bedroom door, and I realised the window was open and that the crying sound was coming from outside. So I shouted at Dad, and we both run downstairs. I opened the front door and I froze. I couldn't go any further. So my dad ran round and picked her up off back steps. She was bleeding from her head. He put a towel on her head and I phoned ambulance. And it took 20 minutes for ambulance to come. And then when we got in ambulance, they didn't do anything to her. We were still holding her. They only put that thing on her finger to monitor. And then when we got to Pinfield Hospital, they sedated her, took her for a scan, and they found one fracture on her skull. And then they said that she needed to go to Leeds General Infirmary. So she went to Leeds in an ambulance with loads of doctors, and we had to follow in a taxi. And when we got there, she had another scan on her head, and she had 2 fractures on her skull and a blood clot. And they told me that she had to go into surgery. And they asked me if I wanted to sign it, if I wanted to have surgery, or whether I wanted to just leave it. So I signed it so she could have surgery. And while she was in surgery, and her head was cut open, her blood clot burst. So they pumped blood back into her and got on top of that, and then her heart stopped. So she had a cardiac arrest, and that's when she died. And then doctors come to tell us that she'd died, and it was the worst pain ever. I can't describe how much we hurt. It was awful. After they told us that Katelyn had died, we spent some time at hospital with her, and then we left and we come home, and it was just like when we brought her home, everyone was still stood outside. But this time it wasn't congratulations, it was a sorry. And I looked at Devon and she just started crying and said, "Where's Katelyn?" And I had to explain that Katelyn wasn't coming home no more. And she was a starry sky. And we sat and stared at the sky for ages. And she couldn't understand why she wasn't coming home. But I had to tell her that she was poorly. She'd got to go see her granddad in Sky now. And that's how we told Katelyn. That's how we told Devon. But Devon didn't deal with it very good. She stopped talking. She didn't do anything. She stopped playing. She just sat there all the time. I was only young. I was 18-year-old. I didn't know how to plan a funeral. I didn't know what to do or anything. She was in a funeral place, chocolate rest, and they just told me what I had to do. I had to plan it, and I had to plan all the songs, stuff like that. So I didn't really know what to do. What did you do to distract yourself from pain? I smoked weed, something that got me through. It made me not forget, but made it easier to deal with.
What was yours and Shep's relationship like after it happened?
We become close, but everybody was, for me, no one were asking him how he felt or anything like that. He was just left on his own to deal with it.
How did that make you feel?
I regret that a lot, by everyone asking me and not him, because it's him as well. He was a dad.
What's life been like without Katelyn? And how have things moved on?
Horrible. You don't move on, you just learn to deal with it. Instead of buying birthday cards and presents and bikes, you have to buy a miss you card and flowers. And you can't have a party because she's not here to celebrate it. We just let balloons off and stuff on her birthday. I didn't think I'd ever have any more children. But we did. We wanted a little boy, we got a little boy. And he's brilliant. And then we planned for another one. We got a little girl. She's just double of her. Everything about her. She looks the same, she does everything the same. So we say she's been reincarnated, but...
How do you keep Katelyn's memory alive?
Through Katie. She just, everything's about her. Everything's the same. The look, her hair, everything. Everything she does. It's brilliant. If I didn't have Katie, I don't know, it'd be a lot harder to deal with. A lot harder. It's hard to lose a child, but it's even harder to move on. You don't move on, you just learn to deal with it. I don't know.
You can say whatever you want, let your feelings out.
No, I already have. It's hard, really hard to lose a child. Never ever forget her. I can't wait to meet her on the other side because I know she's sat there waiting for us. But until that day, a grand dude and her uncle might come look after her. It's the only thing that keeps us going. Yeah, we are stronger than ever. Yeah, definitely. All us family are really close, all of us. And it's to do with all my family, every single person. That is how we dealt with it. That is how we come through it. If it weren't for them and it weren't for Devon, then I wouldn't be here now. I'd have killed myself that day. It's only because of Devon and my family. That's why I'm still here now. That's true, that's true. Yeah, we do.